Hello, Virgo, and welcome to anyone that's new. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed, flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything. And always know that the message goes to the person that needs to hear the message, especially on this channel, because this is a spiritual healing channel. So we look at the spiritual blocks. We look at the inner child wounds. We look and see how those blocks play out karmically. What are the karmic themes? And what you need to do to heal. We also will look and see what your person's going to do, but we will understand what they do mainly based on what you do. And if you have a block, well, then a lot of times you wouldn't like what actually unfolds. So you would want to actually be able to shape shift that situation. Now, you can shape shift the situation by changing yourself. Does that necessarily mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that your person's going to come flying back into your life being like, take me back into your life. But what it means is that you have more of a chance of that person actually coming back to you true than, again, not saying anything. Believe it or not, a lot of times when we're in a relationship with someone that has a lot of spiritual blocks, they're really immature. They play games, they have commitment issues, and a lot of other issues. We've all dated people that, or been involved in some type of relationship with somebody that was not on our energy vibration. So again, understanding that your soul relationships are divine relationships. It doesn't mean that they're easy relationships. It means that this person is coming into your life to teach you, to show you something about yourself. So all the triggers that you have are really just to expose, again, or exposing themselves to you for you to heal them. If you're not aware, you wouldn't heal them. See, healing is all about seeing a different perception of yourself by taking different actions. So even though on this channel, I will always give you healing advice, as well as what your person really, what their inner truths are, like what their inner truths are and what they really are going to do, because sometimes a person's inner truth is not in alignment with their behaviorisms when they have blocks. You want to understand, again, that you're understanding what their blocks are and how they trigger you so you can heal yourself. Understanding what a person's blocks are also allows you to not take things personally. That adds always another layer to our healing when we tend to take things personally and we reject it. Right? So is again, then you have to heal that one thing and then heal something else. So being able to see it from a higher mind, a higher perception, is to be able to look at it through the spiritual lesson. And so again, changing you doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get this person to come back into your life, like I said, but you have more of a chance of them coming into your life and treating you better when you actually are treating yourself better and you're again implementing certain things into your life. That, because we can't change a person by asking them to change, we actually have to change ourselves. And in the changing of ourselves, we actually heal our own wound by integrating what we needed to do, and then we get a different reaction from the person that we're dealing with. We again get a different reaction again from a lot of people a lot of times, because people tend to perceive us through their own filter. So a lot of times, unless we do something different, they're always going to see us the same way. And healing doesn't feel good. It's going to make you do what you're not going to feel comfortable doing in order to get a different outcome. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the day. The word of the day is always taken from my Psychic Soul Healer deck. This deck comes with a Oracle workbook that has over 100 shadow exercises. Teaches you how to deepen your meditation and reflection practices, do psychic readings, as well as shadow healing. And you can find that link on my website if you go to pureenergyhealer.com, or if you go to my Pure Energy Healer Etsy shop. All right, let's see what the word of the day is going to be. Is going to be tactlessness. Tactlessness. I don't like that word. And I don't like that word because it's going to be how we open up our reading. And someone, again, that's tactlessness, someone that has bad character, someone that only cares about themselves, someone that's, again, I feel like real player energy. That's the energy that I'm feeling. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was a real player, someone that just has a low vibration. They don't feel good about themselves. Again, doesn't think before they do things. But let's actually look and see what the energy is. You might be connected to someone that's dealing with that energy right now, and it's affecting their energy, which means that they wouldn't be treating you very nicely, even though you didn't do anything to them. Let's see. Let's see what the cards tell us. Karmic ties, I can't fully be there for you as long as this other person is in my life. I know it's hard for you, but I have to go through this experience. So again, that tactlessness is like, I feel like for a long time, your person is connected to someone, again, karmically. It's a karmic tie. They don't want to be with this person. This person's very manipulative. They're very guilty. But your person is still very codependent on them as well. They feel responsible. And so it's really them being connected to someone else is making them not be there for you. And that's what I said. And I believe that the person connected to them knows that there's someone else. They may not know that it's you, but they know that there's someone else, and they don't like it. And they're very manipulative. They play a lot of games. Okay, mirrors. As you surrender your 3D expectations, I surrender to our 5D connection. So your person can feel this psychic energy, again, that you and them have. And it's kind of freaks them out because they've never had a deep connection. I feel like the karmic is connected to them just because they've manipulated things for a long time. They've been in their life for a long time. So again, it's built on guilt. It's built on shame. It's built on victimization. They don't have a good connection. Just your person needs to break that connection. They're codependent. And mainly because this karmic has made them think that they need to be dependent on them, or that they're such a bad person if they have children, that they're going to leave their children, that they know every button to push and they push it. And your person doesn't have a strong self within themselves. And so the connection they have with you is actually stronger because there's a real 3D connection, but it terrifies them. And it terrifies them because they don't like the connection that they're in now. They have commitment issues, I'm feeling, and they have commitment issues because they're connected to someone that they don't want to be with. So that forces them to be shady. They don't want to be shady with you. They also know that you won't put up with the shade. And so there's a sense that because this is a soul connection, you do have expectation. You're like, I could feel like you care about me. I know that you do. So a person that there's this soul connection, it's you would have expectation and you would want them to come in a certain way. And your person, again, I don't feel like they've ever did an ounce of work to put towards any type of relationship. I feel like the reason why the karmic is with them is they've done all the work. Your person kind of just went along with the ride. And so you're a real connection to them and they don't really know how to handle that. I think that they justified the past relationship as like almost like it looks good on paper. We have, kids now together. We have certain things together just logically, but they were never really happy. They're happy with you. but because there's this real unconditional love, but there's also this sense of being afraid that they'll lose themselves. They're happy with your connection. I don't really feel like they've ever given enough to this connection because of that karmic. The karmic knows the karmic doesn't want them, but doesn't want them to go anywhere either. It amazes me when we say the same thing at the same time and finish each other's sentences. So again, there's this real connection that they have with you. I'm realizing this connection is something special and worth treasuring. So they're realizing, again, you're important. So that karmic is actually losing control, because while that you're in separation from them, they're really like thinking about the good times that you had. Or if you're not in a full disconnection from them, you don't see this person that often because of the karmic. So when you get to see them, there's still, again, this chemistry. The situation is being caused by both of us. Look at your own roles in the situation to help us change it. So I feel like you're not giving in to this person. So it's not so much like the situation is being caused by the both of us. I feel like you were a real connection. This person's not capable of giving a real connection. They're used to having everything go their way and thinking that there's not really a problem with that because they don't really have feelings for this karmic, but they don't understand that you would be kind of sacrificing yourself. Or they know that, but there's a sense like, but we still have this connection. Like they almost want to have their cake and eat it too. I'm not going to lie. I don't like this person's energy. When we're talking, things just come out of my mouth. And afterwards, I'm not even sure why I said them, because there's a real connection. And the thing is, your person would like to be very strategic and try to, again, logic and control. They have everything on their side to, because again, they are connected to this karmic and they don't really know how they're going to get away from it. And I'm not really seeing them really try that hard to get away from the karmic either. It's like almost like, I'm going to get to it. Yeah, one day I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But there's really no movement. And I believe that that's triggering for you. And so and they know that it hurts you, so, and they don't move faster, and they don't, it's again, they're almost paralyzed. They gave that karmic way too much power because it's codependent. They're not just would leave the karmic behind like it's as a relationship. This person is woven into their life almost. I'm changing this pattern and moving forward. So again, I believe that they think that they're changing the power and pattern and moving forward, but they're moving very slow. Past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in another lifetime, and that makes me afraid. I need to heal and grief to allow the love to bloom. So it's, again, they realize that this is a past life connection, and they're remembering that past life connection. That it's an important connection. Separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. So it's, again, they know that you're, again, this is an undeniable soul connection. It's just there's someone there. However, like, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that there would be triggers here, but we're gonna look and see what the inner child wounds are, why your person is so codependent with someone else, and what your inner child would be, why you're connected to someone that emotionally can't give to you, Virgo. And then I'm just gonna pull one for each because, like I said, we can have many. Inner authority. And as I said, that two had come out, but I'm not going to pull them because, like I said, it's one. But I mean, the other one was cleansing. So I feel like if I was to read it, I feel like your person's just very controlling. They had to be very reliant on themselves. And the problem is they tend to think more from a logical left brain perspective. So which is not really about love and intuition. You got to be able to listen to your intuition when you are being led in love. And, you know, your person's too much in survival because they've been connected to this karmic for so long that there's a sense that they won't let their inner authority down. They won't let their guard down. And I feel like they've always had to be in control. But they've always had to be in control, but they're not really in control. That's what's so crazy. They're connected to sorry about that. I had an itch. That's what's so crazy. They need to work on their inner authority. There's a sense like almost like this person is rebellious. This child is rebellious. Like you could see by like, again, they're like how they're trying to portray themselves, like with their hands crossed, like I'm not gonna let you in, with like the dagger belts and the you know, the wrist bracelets, and just like they said, inner authority, like I'm not gonna let you in. However, they're attached to someone. And I don't believe that, I believe the karmic knows exactly who this person is. I believe that they don't want you to see who they really are. They want you to think that they're strong. And if you would get close, you would see that they don't really have authority, you know, and that's the problem with that. It's like your person's not strong. Organized chaos. So again, I feel like you grew up in like chaos relationship, and there's a sense of you feeling comfortable with it. I want to pull like one more just for the both of you. That to say a lot of times, self-love, and both parties need self-love. So again, organized chaos. If you're so busy trying to fix your environment, growing up, you become very comfortable in playing that role and being able to like organize and make like things that are in balance, not as imbalanced, but you do it at the cost of sacrificing yourself. And I believe that that is how you don't love yourself enough. And I believe this person doesn't let people in to their life. Again, wants to control everything, is connected to like a karmic that isn't giving them love, and that's a sign that they don't love themselves. So both parties need to work on self-love. So let's look and see how your person triggered you. Let's see how your person triggered you, and then we'll look at the inner truth, because again, that a lot of times what we'll see is contradictive behavior. You know, three came out, and we're going to take them. Breathe. I felt suffocated by how tightly you were holding on to me. So it's again, there this codependency where I don't really believe that you were holding on to this person. I believe that they tend to hold on to people, but I believe that because this person already has someone holding on to them tightly, that anyone that comes into their life, they view like that people are doing that to them, even though you didn't do that to them. It was a trigger, like you were apology. I feel I never get an apology when you do something that hurts me. They don't apologize. They don't want to seem weak. They don't, and they also feel like you don't apologize. So there's a little bit of mirroring energy and assumptions. I felt attacked by the constant need to assume what I was doing or saying. I hit my limit. And I feel like, again, they hear everything through a distorted perception. They're connected to a karmic that it's not a healthy relationship. So they view everything that has to do with relationship, and especially if they have feelings for you, which they do, but they always want to be in control. They don't want to seem weak. And in that, they're not really grounded in their relationship. They're continuously always being triggered, is what it is. And the lack of apology, I feel like made you feel like not respected, like they were trying to make it like you're not important to them. Again, limiting, like downplaying their connection. illusion. I was living under the illusion that this was going to be perfect. I let myself down. And I believe that that's both of you. Believe it or not. It's like, and the reason why is because it's a soul connection. You can feel that there's a lot, that there is love there. If your person, again, is making changes, which they are, that's where they are right now. But the reason why is because, things that they're connected to someone else that makes them miserable. So I feel like they made a wrong choice. And I feel like the illusion was that part of them thought that things would work out with the karmic. And then another part of them thought that things would just work out with you magically because there's such a deep soul connection. But they betrayed this connection, is what I see. So they're making changes to come back into your life, but I don't know whether or not it would work because I don't know if they do healing, that they've done healing. So we're going to look at that, and we're also going to look and see whether or not you would take them back, how you feel about them. Because to be honest with you, it's like, I don't think that this person was very, very nice. And they wouldn't let you get close. They're connected to a karmic, and there was a sense that they really believed that they were going to be able to have their cake and eat it too for a little while. They really believed that they were going to be able to, they like, I don't know how to get out of this situation. So I'm going to do that. Ruins, things you no longer need are falling away to make room for the love you deserve. So again, I feel like things are again changing within your person's life, that this karmic has lost their power. I also believe that you like might believe, I think that it may be too late for them to fix it. Tangled, unable to free yourself from a sticky situation, taking a step back. So it's again, this person says that they're gonna leave and whatever, but that karmic is going to give them such a hard time that it's like, I don't really believe that they're going to be able to leave that as soon. So there's going to be a lot of delays. Because the karmic knows that like it's over, but they don't want it to be over. Distant, so far away physically and emotionally, see if you can rekindle the passion again. So, and that you're so far away from them because you again disconnected from this. You were like, I'm not gonna be here. You're like, again, you're giving your energy somewhere else. So like, what could you do? But I'm feeling like your person has a lot of anxiety now because of it. Forgiving. They didn't mean to hurt you, but you are holding on to it. Forgiving helps you get past it. So again, I believe that there is a sense that you're not happy with this person because they, brought you into their life before they have disconnected fully from the karmic. I believe that they made it like they were not really even in a connection because they're not. However, no one wants to be in a relationship with someone that can't do anything for somebody, or that they're not going to get the whole person. And that's where your person is still somewhat codependent with this karmic, and that they're going to leave and they're trying to leave, but the karmic keeps pulling them back. So I believe that this is all about learning to forgive, learning to let go, especially because a person wasn't able to like make a simple apology. It's like they were taking things out on you because of the person that they're connected to, but they don't want to be in that relationship with that person. And as long as they're in that connection with that person, you will never get what you want. And I believe that your person was trying to get it so that they could have both, because like you said, they don't know how they're going to get out of this. Their hidden truth. I hid who I really am from you. Yeah, they wouldn't let you get close because they're codependent with somebody that is not healthy. that doesn't care, that the person doesn't want to be with them. They obviously have money together, obviously have assets. There's a reason why they care about appearance. They care about, they don't want to go out and look for somebody else. There's a lot of different reasons, but they're not, none of those reasons are the right reasons. And so as long as your person stays codependent with this person, they will continue to hide who they are because no one's going to want to be with them. I love you unconditionally. So they can, again, still have this connection to you. Again, and as long as they have this connection to you, that karmic is flipping out. Because I believe the karmic has done everything to make your person try to forget about you, to try and make their life difficult. And your person's rebelling. They're listening to their inner authority in this aspect, which is positive, where they're like, no, I know what I have to do. And they're doing it, they're just doing it snail slow. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. They never really wanted to let you go, but again, they wanted to not let you see who they truly were. I believe that they thought that they can salvage the relationship if, it ended organically. They again just ended it without you seeing all that about them still being connected to somebody else. I regret lying to you. So they were thinking about it and they're really feeling. So let's see what they're going to do. Because this karmic is keeping them away, but not until your person gets strong enough to leave. But they're saying they're making plans. It's almost like the karmic's energy is stronger. Where the karmic is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is like obsessive about what your person is doing and how your person is doing it, which is making your person crazy because they don't like that type of energy, number one. But number two, it's also like making them realize that the karmic is realizing, like, I've lost this person. And I believe that they have gone through this before. And that's why the karmic has had a lot of tricks up her sleeve or his sleeve to make that person, to make your person not go anywhere. But like I said, and they've never come in contact with like this before where, they haven't been able to lure them back. So let's look and see what your person's going to do, because they say they're slowly making their way back, but let's see what that looks like. Is it going to look like the cha-cha where they're moving 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, or are they going to actually like do what they need to do? Okay, the star. I like this, like a wish granted. It's like their wish is to come to you. Their wish is to be in a relationship. Okay, the moon, subconscious. So it's again, I believe that they are a little bit worried about it, but from what they know, you are their wish fulfillment. I also believe subconsciously you're worried, is because again, you guys haven't had the chance to see how a relationship would go. And so you both have spiritual blocks, your person from the relationship that they were in. So subconsciously they need to heal from this relationship. Ace of Coins, new beginnings. Both are going to try new beginnings. The Sun, very happy energy, getting to know each other. So it's again, this person that has all intention of coming back and believes that you're their wish fulfillment. You both do need healing, but I believe that the love and the energy from like happy energy, joy, passion is what the sun represents. And it represents going out and doing new things. It's a lot of male energy. It's a lot of happy energy, grounding energy. So I see you both, again, doing new things and doing the relationship differently. Judgment. So it's again, and I believe that then that's when you're going to make your judgment whether or not you can really be with this person. So you're going to give this person a chance. I see that, in spite of the fact that they were connected to someone else, because they're going to come back and they're going to really try and win you over. You're their wish fulfillment, and there's new beginnings. It's again, and lots of good energy. So you wouldn't be able to make a judgment call before this, but you're going to make them work for it. That's what I see that they've realized that they've been connected to a karmic. I don't believe that they knew how manipulative that this karmic was for a long time. They realize it now, but I don't believe that they've ever had a connection like this before. They didn't want to let you go, but they knew, like you said, if you would have seen everything, you would have never wanted to be with them. So what would be the healing energy? What does the universe tell us to how to deal with this type of relationship? And again, because it's clear that this person may need healing, obviously does need healing, leaving this relationship, but not even may, we know that does, and you do. So, but when it's a soulmate type relationship, a lot of times we know we can actually see some people's red flags. We see our own red flags, but we still want to pursue the relationship. So how would we? And I never say don't be in a relationship. All relationships teach, and all relationships are karmic, so it depends on what you do. So what can we do to navigate the relationship so no one will get hurt? And so maybe, again, to balance out the relationship. So I'm going to pull this one, and this is transformation. I am constantly evolving. I am improving inward by working on my weaknesses. I'm refining my strength. Life ensures me I'm present with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. So transformation, like this relationship, is all about you transforming yourself, working on yourself. That triggers allow us to do that. Like if we weren't aware on what we needed to heal, we wouldn't do it, right? So that's part of it. But then it's also having to be present. Why do we get triggered? When we get triggered, we're getting triggered mainly not really from what has happened. You know, a lot of times we've taken what has transpired the wrong way or through a different perception, when that's not really what a person meant, or sometimes they don't really know. So instead of being triggered, what this is saying is breathe, be in the moment, you know, be grounded. Understand that anytime you get triggered, it's where you need to heal, because you're light. It's like, I am aware of my progress and I open my wings to light. So as I'm continually healing, I'm moving further into my evolution. So understand, you're transforming. This relationship is all about helping you both heal. So it doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy one, but it's transforming your person right now. And I believe when you're in the relationship with them and you're not triggered all over the place, and you're seeing this person work to fix the relationship, because they didn't give you time. They feel guilty about that, but they weren't gonna share all their problems, that they were connected to someone. I think that this person was embarrassed. They didn't have control over their life, and they wanted you to believe that they do. Again, they have a lot of inner authority about themselves. Like they've, you know, have a lot of conviction, care about the way that they perceive themselves. So they didn't want to perceive themselves as weak. And the karmic makes them feel that way. The karmic, like, makes them feel like crap about themselves, and always has. That's how the karmic has the control, because they're codependent. On some level, they made your person believe that they needed them, or that they needed to stay in that to be a good person. And really, that's not what it is. Your person's realizing, and the karmic is losing control. So one more for healing. What else would spirit say that we should integrate, aside from knowing that we're transforming, that the relationship is all about healing? What else? Mirror, 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 mirror. So this person's a mirror. It's like if there's someone in your life who just bothers you and you can't figure out why, this is your shadow at its finest. Examining the things you are critical of in others can help you see how you may disown or judge those same things about yourself. And we did full judgment. Your person has an issue with judgment. So, and again, what we see is they were terrified that you would judge them again because they're connected to someone else. So that's their subconscious, what they're holding. When meanwhile, again, if you would be judging them about their process and how they handled this, well, then you need to, again, look at yourself, because really relationships go through issues. It's not, and this person was never dating you. This relationship looks like it never got off the ground because that karmic never let it off the ground. So really, your person might have, again, told you that they cared, might have said that things were going to work out. They still think that it will. I think that they didn't think it was going to take this long to break free from the karmic. But part of the reason why they haven't broken free is themselves. They need to not care about being judged, but know that this connection is all about healing. It's like a spirit has brought this person into your life for your healing. And the healing may be in forgiveness and being patient and having compassion for this person, because again, they didn't feel strong enough. The unconditional love is there. And for your person to have self-love, to break away from this karmic, to realize that they are deserving of love. And the triggers that you both have, instead of reacting, it's about taking a time out and looking at yourself, because this relationship looks like it could be the best when it's great and really be difficult when it's hard, like most twin flames. When it's good, it's real good, and when it's bad, it's really bad, because there's a lot of triggers. So you definitely want to I'm going to pull one more and from a different deck, because I would like to know, and only because I know how difficult these type of relationships are, what would be something that we can do to help, again, like deal with these triggers. You know, to be honest with you, but there are triggers, and just because you're healing yourself doesn't mean that it's easy. It's a rough trigger. So what else would the universe tell us to do aside from, okay, the mirror, I'm realizing that this is all about me, because you got two cards that said the same exact thing: transformation and mirror, mirror. This person's come into your life to help you heal, to help you evolve. But it's like, okay, but what else could we do to deal with that? Because there's still emotional turbulence with those type of connections. And that would be, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. It's again saying the same thing. Like, it's the biggest lesson. It's about evolving into the highest state of consciousness that there is, unconditional love, that you are a spirit having a human experience, that this person represents unconditional love. You cannot control it. They cannot control it. Clearly, they wanted to control it. They would rather not create so much turbulence, but they can't. They don't want to be connected with this karmic. They have a connection to you. They want to be in this relationship. They're figuring it out. That's a human experience. Don't judge their experience, because again, their spirit having a human experience, and just because they might know what they should do, there's a lot of emotions that are attached to that. And you need to also know that you're a spirit having a human experience, and if you're getting triggered by it, it's for your own healing. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So it's, again, you're evolving into the highest state of consciousness. So being in a connection like this, even though you're like, it's hard, it's triggering, a lot of times I just feel like it's to do whatever it takes to get consciousness. It's like you can't control unconditional love. If you decide not to be with this person, I feel like you would not be happy because there's a real part of you that wants to. So it's the way that you deal with the connection. It's how you're going to navigate the relationship. It's how you're going to view the relationship. Instead of being like it's a trigger, it's a divine connection. Again, to help you evolve, to help you transform, to help you into the highest state of consciousness. So being committed to the relationship actually helps you. And the last one, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So again, being in your passion, being happy, investing in yourself, doing things that you're passionate about will allow you to balance out that energy, because then the universe will bring you things to help support you in those times where you both get triggered and need a timeout. It's a way to change your choice of focus. It's a way to take like a step back without coming from a place of reaction, without taking the relationship to a point that you're not going to be able to heal it, really, because that's what happens when there's so much energy. Remember, these wounds are old. When someone is codependent and they've allowed someone to dictate their life over guilt and shame, they have guilt and shame for a long time. That's what they're healing. And most likely not from the karmic. The karmic, it looks like they were in a karmic contract with this karmic because they hadn't learned that lesson and they lost you in a past life. They're having deja vu. They're realizing the importance of this connection and they don't want to lose you again. And that unconditional love is what makes them change. But in order for you both not to get triggered, you both need to not be codependent, because in that your person would just be repeating a negative cycle. And you may suffer from being in codependent relationships too. So you want to make sure that you don't fall prey to that. And then it looks like the relationship would work out, that because there is unconditional love there, it's time to celebrate. Yeah, 3 cups, time to celebrate. So it's, again, that's what I'm feeling. A lot of going out and a lot of that it would work out beautifully. That because the karmic doesn't want to be in a relationship with another person. And your person would really be cutting those two karmic, cords that they have to the karmic. So, and I feel like they would celebrate, they would be happy, you would be happy. And that's inevitably where it's going to go, because that's the intention there. So I'm going to leave it there. That's good news for you, those of you that want your person to come back. And remember, if you're looking to be in a relationship, listen to me, if you're looking to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to write the word tactlessness in your comment bar. Remember, tactlessness, I believe for a long time, your person might have lived where they were like a player, someone that, ran around a lot with other people in order to stay connected to the karmic, but really it's that karmic that has that energy. But unless your person heals that, I can see, like I said, why it would be a difficult relationship. So it's really important for you to integrate what I said. Remember, you are your own healer. So unless you go out and you, again, like invest your life into things that you're passionate about so that you can attract other things that you're passionate about, then this relationship is going to be really difficult. But there is unconditional love there. And I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how this resonates. If it did, give me a like. And don't forget to comment that word in the comment bar, tactlessness. And we'll correspond back forth on YouTube, figure out the best day and time. And until next time, be true to you. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.